Hi guys. Hello. How was the day? Cookie and Rook. And we got a Sammy with us. Yeah, lots of painting today. Holy smokes. I'm tired. Cheers, Rook. Hi Ice. Good to see you. I think my neck, like last week, Sam's neck was like broken from looking at the ceilings. Now, since I am the mini me, I get stuffed in like a lot of small places, like closets and stuff, where I'm like trying to paint like this the whole time. So struggling a bit, but I think it'll loosen up for tomorrow.
Yeah, I did the same thing right after.
I know. Hi, Vegan Gelato. Great to see you guys. Okay, so very large fall vibes here today. Like I know we did turkey yesterday, but it has been like raining on and off today. The weather has definitely cooled down. Like I got big wool socks on because I got chilled on the way home. So sad to say, but I think short and t-shirt weather is coming to a close quite quickly here. But you know what? The rain is good. The rain is good for everything, especially for mushroom picking. So, what better way to transition from summer to fall than to make a delicious green curry from scratch? So, I think we'll probably be doing everything in a mortar and pestle, or if I make a big batch of green curry paste, then we can do it in the blender. Amelie, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Catfish, ring that dinner bell. Okay, so finishing up the side of spring salmon that we've been working on, the last couple of days on stream. And salmon makes a delicious curry. Green curry is Thai, so coconut milk is the base of it. And then we will go over all of the aromatics that are gonna be blended together. And then garden veg that we're gonna use today, I picked a couple eggplants yesterday in the garden. They're ripe again. And I think we have some cabbage and squash to use up, maybe a couple beans. It'll turn out really nice, I think. And then we're just gonna boil some rice, because you need rice or something to soak up the delicious curry sauce. And if you have flatbread laying around, always good too. But flatbread is not really a Thai thing. Okay, let's start gathering our ingredients. And this is, I think it's gonna be a pretty quick stream. So garlic, onion, bless you, Sammy. Hey, Annie, how are you? And the power also went out here at some point today because everything is like flashing on the appliances. All of my lights for stream were turned up to like 100 when I turned them on, blind myself today when I was setting it up. So onion, garlic, ginger, very important in this herb bag. Cilantro and a little bit of dill, which I don't think dill is very traditional, but I think it would be really good with it. So that is that. Eggplant. Let's see what's in our miscellaneous vegetable bag. Ooh, I also had some leftover patty pan squash, so 2 homegrown Japanese eggplants. Guess what tomorrow is, Annie? Parents' night. Oh, already? Doesn't that not happen until like a month in? Rook, I can't help it. I was born this way, man. Oh, they moved it early, yeah, so parents can't complain about grades. I like that, actually. That's really smart. Now you can't say nothing. Oh, and also, to go along with our salmon, some of the fresh shrimps that Zach caught yesterday and brought over to us, which they should get popping pretty soon here. We can use up, remember when we didn't cook all of the patty pan squash the other day? So that can go into it. And basically all of these vegetables will be put in near the end because we don't want them to get too soggy. That's like a pet peeve of mine when I have curry, is if all of the veggies are just mush in it. Other things that we need for making our sauce is some lime. It's gonna get limey up in here. And then real quick, I gotta pick some lemongrass from outside. I don't know how good this lime is still, but we'll use it up first. The school admin, yeah, they're not dummies. Thing is still way too high, hey? Is that going up or down? Up. Is that better? Better, yay. Yeah, can you make patty pan patties? Hi, cloned clone, how are you? Good to see you, man. Rook, you made some of the best salsa you've ever had last weekend, but the tiger shrimp you had delivered was already cooked and smelled so bad. What? Oh, man. Yeah, never buy seafood without seeing it first. That's so true. So true. Okay, I'm gonna put all of this on a tray. Keep it all organized. And then my other favorite part about putting our ingredients on a tray before we start is to watch them all empty off of the tray and get processed. Okay, real quick, lemongrass. My bush is doing really good this year. Oh, you got the $40 refund. That is good. Our grocery stores here do that as well. Oh, nice. You had curry today as well. Mung bean. Mung bean. I think mung bean is like an Asian thing, but curries are kind of interchangeable, right? It tasted like an Indian curry, well then maybe I'm wrong. Ooh, nice, Annie. Cod cooked in butter, salt, and pepper. Like when you have fresh ingredients, that's all you need. Butter, salt, and pepper. And then everything is happy. These scissors are not going to cut it. I have some larger pieces of lemongrass than I anticipated. And I am not mad about this. Way better than last year. Okay, 1. 2. 3. 4. Should be good. Smells a miss. This is it, guys. Fresh picked lemongrass. Are we in the jungle? But this is what it looks like. So we'll pick basically all of the grass part off of here and just keep the stems. That's where all the flavor is. It smells amazing. Ooh, nice. Roasted jalapeno and habaneros in the salsa. I am in. I don't know, do we just like peel all of the tough parts off? Maybe, hey? They call it mung dal. I don't know if I'm a fan of mung beans. I never really got into all those like Asian bean desserts and stuff like that. Remember when this lemongrass first started growing? We had our friends over and the dogs were in the backyard and the dogs would not leave the little like lemongrass alone in the planter. And they almost like ate all of the little sprigs of grass when it was super small, but now it's huge. So maybe that helped. Maybe they did like a little pruning job for us. Throw those over the edge. Just gonna bring this camera in and also pick a few. Actually, no, I won't blend the chili peppers into the green curry paste. I will just put them in the broth as we make it. Keep them whole. I think I like that better. You found this amazing smelling spice in an Asian supermarket called Javitiri. Interesting. What are the like aromatic notes on it? It's mace. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Ooh. Does Sammy have any good like poutine recipes? He's playing WoW right now. I think he's streaming, but let's look. Are you just gonna go for like super traditional rook? Because here's this one. Like, why is Serious Eats always so good for recipes? Ultimate perfect poutine. Ah, restaurants up in Rochester serve it all the time. Amaze. Okay, so let's start prepping all the ingredients for our curry broth base so we can get that mixed together. And we will be making a paste with this first. The other thing I need to quickly go grab before we start is just probably 2 cans of coconut milk. Yeah, look at these little babies, hey? I don't know, homegrown stuff. This is what we got going on today. Hey, Dust Pirate, good to see you. Yeah, use the traditional recipe as a guideline and then just go overboard. Well, yeah, that's how you put yourself into the dish. You have to make it your own. Yeah, that's a pretty good article for sure. I love how they go over like all of the really important steps. Pauls, you had a bag of cheese curds as a snack on your way home from the grocery store. Oh man, You're gonna get destroyed later. And why are cheese curds so good? Were they orange cheese curds or white cheese curds, Palsh? Okay, BRB. Got it. I found one can. Things might not go as well as planned if I only have one can of coconut milk. Oh. Okay, I knew there was something else kicking around. This will be fine. Very important when you're buying coconut milk. I know it goes on sale quite often, but make sure it's the good stuff. Because I've been like, oh, this coconut milk is so cheap. Let's get it. It's been the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. Like, it almost ruined a curry for me. So get the good stuff. This is a good brand, Haiku. I mean, it says premium on the can. And then the other one I like is called Tropic Isle. Strike None. Thank you very much for the 3 months in a row with the Twitch Prime sub. Great to have you as always. Hello, Nike. Yeah, howdy. You can't get that? You have Choco? Interesting. Yeah, there's so many different brands, hey? Okay, first things first, onion. And we'll work into the garlic and ginger. And I think I want to try putting this in a blender. So we'll rough chop everything. Hopefully there's enough stuff to blend it in the blender. Are you serious, Strike None? Yeah, apparently you're not allergic to anything, but your body will tell you otherwise when you randomly go into anaphylaxis. Okay, sounds good, Cookie and gnocchi. I'm in. I want that. I'm looking for my water, guys. We're parched today. So are we, Rook. So are we. Definitely allergic to bad drivers. The only one there is Thai Kitchen. That's a good one too, I think. Clone. I've also had like good no-name brands. But all I'm saying is like, don't buy the can that's 99 cents. Because it will be the saddest day ever. It was one of those times where I was like, well, you definitely get what you pay for. I feel like we don't cook with onions enough recently. Let's get some onions in chat, guys. It's been a while. Okay, so just rough chop with this. Just make it easy for the blender to get it going. Yes. Nike, you know what? Things are good, man. It was like a gray, rainy day here. Starting to feel like fall. Definitely ready for this curry in my life. 7 times onion combo. Yes, guys. I love it. Your pants or your Pats stomped some ass last night. Nice. So last night it was this kickoff of the football season. You'll have to help me along in this because I am not a person who watches football. Just peel this up. Our ginger nub. You know what? We're gonna go heavy on it. Let's use both of these. Yeah, sports ball? Foosball? What? You're already footballed out, Rook? What? How? Is that even allowed if you're American? Like, football is huge there. I guess it's what hockey is to Canadians, though. Like, I was huge into hockey when I was young. But now, to be honest, I just don't have time or care. Let's peel this ginger gingerly. Yeah, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. You know what, Polish? I did play dodgeball when I was in culinary school for college. We had an intramural team. And yeah, I got smashed in the face. I'm pretty sure the first game. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. If that's how people are gonna play, I'm good. Junior League hockey was fun. Nice, you did camera work for that? That would be really fun. Yeah, they don't break up the fights. That's very true. Okay, lemongrass. Because this is really tough, I think we should chop it up a little bit smaller. Just because I don't know how it's gonna blend. Like, my knife can barely even cut through it. But this is some of like the freshest smelling lemongrass I've ever worked with. And it's still green. Whereas the stuff in the store is like yellowed and brown already. So maybe this will make a big difference in our curry. What? Drunk Zamboni driving? I'm in. Rook, you're sounding more Canadian than American right now. Tread lightly. Okay, garlic. Massive red Russian garlic. Truth? Yeah, true stories from a friend of mine. Dasher. What's up, Brian? How are you? You have food and not trash food. Again? Things are really turning around over there in New York City. What do you have for food, Brian? Are you like some of us and do you have curry? Okay, so in our blender so far, onion, garlic, ginger, lemongrass. Next up, let's get some herb into here. So main herb being used in this is cilantro. Yeah, next thing you know, Rook's gonna explain curling rules. I've gone curling once, and it was for phys ed class. Actually pretty fun. It was more fun than we all thought it would be. Rice, chicken thighs, mac and cheese, and sweet potatoes? Heck yeah. Are you carbing up? It must be fall. So we're using the cilantro stems and everything in here because we're going to be able to blend it up. And the stems are actually quite delicate. They're not super stringy, so hopefully this works out like I want it to. Torino, you curled in high school? Amazing. And you even got to provincials? That's really good, man. Really good. Okay, now let's get limey. So we're going to try to blend this with, like, we shouldn't be adding any water into here for sure. And try not to use like too much oil to blend this. And you know what? I don't even know if we want to put the lime juice in. I might just juice the one lime, but this is not really something that we want to cook down, is the lime juice, because then it's just gonna get way too sour. The lime doesn't even want to get juiced. That's pretty good, Annie. Junior Olympics? Got nothing on that. Nothing. But one other thing we do have to add into the paste is actually, so very important Thai food ingredient, I would say, is fish sauce. That's what we gotta add in. So Cloned Clone, speaking of his Thai kitchen, that's kind of the popular brand of fish sauce we have here. And so I was thinking, Annie, to spice it up, because I don't really have too many green chilies kicking around. I was thinking I would just drop my little Thai reds in as we're making the broth with the vegetables and the fish, but not make the paste itself really spicy. So let's do a couple squeezes of that. Yeah, it's not a super spicy one, Dasher. Like red curry is pretty spicy, I would say, compared to this. But you know what? Have you been to Thailand, Brian? I have this feeling like you've already been to Thailand, because apparently green curry is supposed to be the spiciest. But I had the spiciest red curry in Thailand that destroyed me. So I don't know if there's really rules as to the spice level, but I'm pretty sure when you're in Thailand, they just make it the spiciest they can. Insane. Annie, you've been to Bangkok. Okay, yeah. So you know what I'm talking about then. When you're like literally eating it and it's gurgling in your stomach and you're like, this is not gonna be good, but it tastes so good. Squanto, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, we haven't even done anything and you wanna eat the contents of the blender? Okay, and then this is gonna be my little version of green curry. Is I want to put a little bit of dill in it just because we're going kind of the seafood route today. And we're going to do salmon and shrimp. The green was more mild than the red. Yep. I think you're right on that one, dude. Three Crabs brand. And there's so many different brands of like Asian foods. And then the other brand I've heard is that's good for fish sauce is the Squid brand. So many options. Okay, let's try and blend this up. Hopefully it works. I'm gonna get the little plunger out to stick in the top just in case it needs it. Exactly, Ice. Yeah, spice is good as long as you can taste the other flavors that are going with the spice. Because if it's so spicy that you can't taste the rest of a dish, I feel like that's just way too much. I look like I had a great day. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm feeling very refreshed. I had a very good weekend and I got a lot of things done. I feel like I'm on the right track. Plus, 2 weeks until we leave for TwitchCon. Just throwing that out there. Okay, I'm gonna put this on low, see where we end up. And then I'm also gonna put the time back on my stove so it stops flashing. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna blend up nicely. Yes, it's working. Go Vita, go Vita, go. I just need a little bit more liquid to come out of the onions and then it will start blending properly. We've almost got rotation. Okay, I'm gonna let that go for a sec. Is it 5:40? Go ninja, go ninja, go. Oh yeah, Rook. Yes, full life-size cutout of you. We will take you. It's happening. Okay, clock. We're good. So the time on this stove that's blinking is the exact same time here. So I'm guessing the power went out right at noon. Weird. Okay, we can already see that just the cilantro and dill being blended in this has already turned it green. Now we're going. This is what we want. Yes. Curry paste for months. Success, my friends. Success. Look at that green goodness. Annie, remember the last time I made green curry on stream? And the paste did not turn green because remember I put the Thai red chilies into the paste and it totally went brown. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna do that next time. I didn't do it the next time. Okay, we'll do a sniff test for Sammy, see what he thinks. And then all we have to do is prep up our veggies. I think the salmon will just simply roast it in the oven quickly again, and then flake it into the broth when it's done. This worked so well. Holy, it smells really good, guys. The heck? Someone gifted you a sub. That was probably yesterday. We had one of our longtime viewers. This is like burning my eyes right now, sorry. One of our viewers gifted 50 subs in the channel yesterday. He's crazy. Yeah, it's not baby poop green. We did it. I think the important thing is just to not heat the herbs up too much, because herbs don't like heat or really cold either though. Like they don't like extremes. Green things do not like extremes. That makes them turn brown and sad. Holy, that is potent. No, it was Norge's store, Rook. Norge's popped it in. I guess he had service on the boat. So whenever he has service, I find that that's when he gifts the subs. He's nuts. But he got us so close to our goal. He's a beast. Yeah, I know. Sniff test. He says, mmm. You know how I mean, bro? Yeah, plus in the presence of citrus. So we did juice 1 lime into here as well. Good point, Greek. Okay, all we have to do now, just set this aside. Nothing's gonna happen to it, don't worry. I will maybe, actually, I don't think I wanna use cilantro as garnish. Should be lots of flavor in our broth. Yeah, apples, avocado, very true. And that's just the thing as well, right? Is that acids will help things from oxidizing. Okay, so our patty pans, I'm just gonna cut a bit smaller. So this is the thing when you're making a curry, is usually you eat curry with a spoon. In Thailand, your utensils are a spoon and a knife. There is no fork involved. So things have to be really easy to eat. Blimey. So make it easy to eat with a spoon. And then if you cut things smaller, you'll also be able to get like a little bit of everything in one bite. And then the only thing we have to remember when we're cutting our stuff smaller is that it's gonna cook really quick. So stuff like the squash and the eggplant and the cabbage, this stuff doesn't need to be put into the curry until basically right before you serve it. Just because it won't take very long to cook, and we also don't want these things to go mushy on us. Yeah, no spork? What is this madness? Spork or riot. Yeah, it slows the process. It never stops it completely. Very true. Okay, so this squash is more of like a winter squash, so it needs to be cooked a little bit longer. So this will actually be the first thing that's gonna be put into the curry base when we start cooking it. So I'm just cutting it into little slices like this, and then we'll just do little cubes of it. Other vegetables that you can put into your curry is a popular one is mushrooms. If you have bell peppers laying around, that's another good one. September. Okay, we will be here. Okay, these beans. They were some of the last ones picked and they're getting a little tough, but I think we'll be okay. Pick any strings off. These won't take long to cook either. These are the magic purple beans that turn green when you cook them. Okay, you're gonna go grade. Sounds good, Annie. Enjoy. Hopefully you got a glass of wine ready. And hopefully I will, so I won't see you tomorrow, but hopefully Wednesday. Yeah, they're called runner beans. Have a wonderful night and day tomorrow, Annie. Thanks for everything. Oh, also, before you go, I was gonna ask if you have a set address now so that we can send your merch to you. Let me know if you wanna message me on Discord or something. So take a core out of the cabbage. And then cabbage, I like to cut it into like little squares for curry, not julienne. Okay, sounds good, Annie. Bye. And curry is like one of the greatest ways to just use up any leftover vegetables that are hanging around in your fridge. Okay, once we got our eggplant cut up, then we can start to make our broth. Get our salmon cooking. Get our rice boiling. Cabbage is so good. I love munching on it. And yes, we are making a very large batch of curry today. Of curry for lunches throughout the week. Isn't it common to have julienne cabbage in Thailand? Totally. Yeah, that's like one of their garnishes for a lot of dishes is just like cabbage, cucumber, and tomato. Very, very simple. Beautiful Japanese eggplants. These are like one of my favorite things to put into curry because they just soak up all of the broth and flavor. They're just packed with flavor. Okay, we'll cut this into 3 so it's a little bit easier to manage. And then I think I'll just cut it in half. And we'll do nice chunks like this. And then I guess that's why mushrooms are also really good in curry, because that's another vegetable that likes to soak up anything it's cooked in. Yeah, exactly. Is like having the fresh cucumber and tomato and cabbage while you're eating all of this like spicy food. It's very awesome for cleansing the palate. Cools everything down. This one is getting a little bit fat, so I'll just cut it one more time. That way everything can stay consistent in size. That little piece from the end. Yeah, green curry can be quite powerful. I'm with you on that. That is a good amount of vegetables that we have here. This is gonna be delish. Big old bowl. Eggplant, cabbage, squash. A little bit of different squash here. Yum. Okay, that is it. We have 2 limes to use still when we make our broth. Let's open up our coconut milk. Give this a nice shake. A question comes to mind, Rolo. Is it really food if Sammy isn't there to eat it? I love that. Honestly, I can say this, it's never fun streaming by myself at home with you guys. Nothing against you guys, but it's always more fun when I have like someone to bounce ideas off of and to taste the food as I make it. He's playing WoW Classic. I think he's streaming as well. So if he's still streaming when we finish, maybe we'll go raid him. He's trying to level up. Gotta get back up to level 60 or something. I don't know. I don't play games. Okay, don't want to waste any of this goodness. Yeah, blame Dust. Dust pirate. It's all your fault. This knife, Greek, is like one of my favorite knives ever. It's just so awesome at like doing everything. 'Cause it's very versatile. It stays sharp for a really long time. I've only ever gotten one chip in it, but I got it fixed. And it didn't take the whole blade away, so very good investment, I would say. All right, so this is the pot we have to work with. Hopefully we can fit our entire curry in here. It's gonna be a little bit risky, but I believe in us. Yeah, it is more expensive. I think this knife was around $200. But you have to think of it like when I was cooking professionally, like this is an investment for my tools, the same way that a carpenter invests in his hammer and saws and everything like that. Okay, let's go to the stovetop. So what we're gonna do to start making our curry is, if you guys get coconut milk that's proper, you will notice that it's not liquidy on top, is the coconut fat. or oil is all on top. And that's what we're gonna use to start cooking our curry paste and bringing more flavor out of it. This is a very important step to get the full flavor in your curry, is cooking that paste down. And then we can add in the liquid. So we will have to add a little bit of vegetable broth into this as well to make it more liquidy. But the base for a green curry is always coconut. So what is the wine and bar rack? So what I'm planning on, real quick before we start this cookie, is I have this space right here that's like basically a meter. And we got some new wine glasses a couple months ago and don't really have anywhere to put them. So it's a wine rack where you slide in the glasses on the bottom and you can put the stemless glasses on top. And then I'll move my little bar set over there, and I just want to make like a little kind of bar area. Because right now the wine glasses are out and it's a little bit dangerous. I don't want to break the wine glasses. And we've been like moving them around the kitchen. Yeah. Sam's a little bit clumsy. So I'm glad that we still have all the wine glasses intact.
I'm actually surprised.
How long do you think it takes for the curry to actually cook to become that delicious, flavorful herb gravy? I would say like minimum half an hour. Yeah, his beard would probably knock them over, right? Right? Rolo, 1 meter equals 235 feet. That's not accurate. Yeah, in American. I mean, you can also just use coconut oil to start cooking your paste, but why not use the fat that already comes in the coconut milk? To me, this just makes sense. Yeah, did you measure belly or Nike's belly, bro? So let's just turn our pot onto, like a nice medium heat to start. Get our fat in there. I'll see how much I can get out of the top of this and then see if we have to bump it up at all. And then that's kind of the other thing I was gonna tell you guys about curry is it's like with all of the coconut in it, is I don't know how good it actually is for you. But I find that my body digests coconut really easily. So it's better than anything like dairy based, that's for sure. But just be aware that coconut is quite fatty. So if this is like a diet food to you, probably not the best thing to eat. This looks so good. Okay, so that's melting. Now I've gotten down to where it's more liquidy, so I'm just gonna stop there. And it doesn't really look like there's any floating on the top in the bigger can, so I must have shooken it all into there. And then for our amount of curry today, I'm probably gonna use half of what's in this blender. So I think we made what's this measurement here? So we're just under 2 cups worth. So I'm gonna put a cup of that in it and start cooking it. Prunes. Yeah. Do you know that your skin does that when you're in water so you have better grip? That's why you go prune.
I didn't know that.
Sammy, you didn't know that? What? Yeah, chocolate covered prunes, yum. The good old curry spoon. You know it's the curry spoon because it's already stained. when it's no longer blue. All right, that's bubbling. Start adding in our paste. Should start to get fragrant pretty quickly in here. Holy, yes it does. Let that do its thing for a minute or two. We'll watch it so that it doesn't stick or burn onto the bottom of the pot. I'm gonna pack up the rest of this curry paste while that's bubbling. Let's see if I can adjust it. That was a bit better. Hopefully it doesn't fall back down. Better? I think that's better for sure. Holy smokes. Curry, not in a hurry. This means I have to make another green curry though, because I think if we try and freeze this paste, it's gonna turn brown on us like we were talking about earlier. I can hear the sizzles, guys. I have faith in the sizzles. Okay, just starting to stick. You can start to smell the fish sauce cooking in this. All right, I think I'm happy with that. I'm gonna start to put the coconut milk into there. So we're doing a Thai style curry, not an Indian curry today. And we will go over the different colors in a little bit, Dust, because I think that's important to know as well. Get all the goodness out of this can. Mix that all up. And then I'm just going to mix up some vegetable broth. Let's say probably a liter. At least. But we can let this come up to a simmer while we're making that. Totally fine. You can see how much that has diluted in color already, hey? And it's always a good idea to just leave this hanging around if we go to taste the curry later and we're like, oh, I feel like it needs a little bit more flavor. Just scoop a little bit more of the paste in. Even though we're not cooking it, it'll still add the proper flavor. Dust, I'm gonna post something for you to read in chat about the red and green Thai curries. And then let's turn on our oven as well to 425 Fahrenheit. And we're gonna get that heating up to cook our salmon. That's simmering really nice. Excuse me. Sammy's loving it. He's ready. Hopefully our vegetable broth base doesn't turn our curry too brown. Take a little sip. Perfect. This is what I just used, guys. Better than bouillon. Okay, we have our liter. Open this up. Probably good with that, I would say. We just need enough of the liquid to cover our vegetables and meats. That's it. So maybe we won't add all of the vegetable broth now. We'll wait a little bit. Okay, salmon time. Let's come over here. Get this prepped. So we're going to bake this until it's just cooked. And then we'll take it off of the skin, flake it up into the curry. Yeah, this sheet pan has seen better days. That's why we put parchment over it. She's not so nice. Ooh, also, let's not forget while we're making our broth to throw in a couple of our chilies. I think I'm gonna do 4. 4 of our bird's eye chilies. I'm just gonna do it whole. Yeah, it'll just give it extra flavor. Exactly, my drops. Exactly. Okay, this is spring salmon that I caught near the beginning of August that we put away in the freezer, still working on the one side of it. Obviously the tail piece is gonna cook quicker, so we'll have to take that out a little bit earlier, that's all. And I am just going to season this simply with some salt. Could you just take the skin off the salmon and cube it up and toss that in the curry to cook? Totally, totally could do that. But I think that leaving the skin on the salmon when you cook it just keeps it so much more moist. Moist. And plus, I think cooking it with salt already on the fish will just make the fish taste better. But if you didn't want to turn the oven on, that's totally a way that you could do it, Torino. All right. That is prepped. Yeah, moist. Let's look at our little shrimpies. I'm going to peel these up. I was like, whoa, did it just like move still? No. It can't be. Yeah, they're dead. Look at that little guy. Super cute. So I'm gonna take the head off, peel the tail, and we're gonna put the shrimp shells into the curry broth while it's going. That's gonna add some nice extra flavor as well. I think I'm just gonna give these a quick rinse first though. And then be careful with the shrimp because they're so pokey. They will get ya. It's gonna get savage in here for a sec. But all of the goodness is in the shrimp head. So that's why chefs love to usually like eat shrimp whole and then suck out the head. It's an acquired taste for sure. Nice. Shrimp and veggie noodle stir fry. Yeah, the heads are awesome for broths. Like, don't throw the head out. That's what we're gonna do with them, is make or bump up the flavor in our broth. The head gravy, exactly, Nike. Make that good gravy. Ouch. Okay, that is all of them. Oh, wait, there's one more. But wait, there's more. Just a couple of little shrimps. Okay, there's the heads going into the curry broth. Next up, just move that over for a sec. Keep all of my fish mess together. It's okay, Cookie. Don't even feel bad. And then we'll just peel this. And then the tail shells can go into the broth. Look how cute that is. Smallest little shrimp ever. Exactly, Torino. Exactly. These are the things that we don't say. It's so cute. Ooh, this one was super small. Oh, opposite way. Don't throw out the shrimp. I'm trying to think of another thing to do with the shrimp heads. I feel like I've seen some people like kind of tempura them and deep fry them, and then the shrimp shell gets super crunchy and you can eat it. I feel like this might be a thing, but I feel like that's a lot of effort, especially if you don't like it. Yeah, tempura, that's true. It's not hard. Just getting the whole fryer setup going. And then you do like the first one and try it and you're like, oh, well, that's not very good. Be like, man. Okay, put our couple of shrimps back in there. Interesting color that they're like leaving. It's like a red kind of rusty thing going on. Never worked with these little shrimps before. This is just the beginning. Okay, so our oven is almost hot. Then we're gonna put the fish in. I think it'll take about 10 minutes to bake at 425 Fahrenheit. While the salmon is baking, we can start to boil our rice. Yeah, and then you do want to tempura everything. That's so true. It's like, what else can we fry? The list just keeps going on and on. Let's get that rice. And we will make a little bit extra rice today. We can have couple of lunches throughout the week. So last time we did a cup of rice. We're gonna do 2 cups this time, which means we'll need 4 cups of water. And I like to keep the rice plain when you're making a green curry because there's just so much flavor in the curry that you don't really have to flavor the rice. I feel like it would be a waste. Yeah, it's basmati.
I'm an ice cruncher, so I was excited about all new Colgate Total. It has sensitivity relief, so I don't have to give up doing what I love.
Yeah, how about no ads on things? When an ad just pops up on a browser page you have open. But yeah, I wish I had jasmine rice for that because it is the Thai version. Currently using up the basmati first though. Sue me, guys. Crazy ads. I was like, what the heck? I was like, I'm pretty sure this is not part of the song. Done. And then you guys know my crazy rice trick where we toast the rice dry before we put the liquid in. That's what we're gonna do today. Okay, we heard the oven go off. Salmon's going in. The smaller fillet piece, the tail end, probably gonna take less than 10 minutes, so I'll set a 5 minutes so we can check it at that point. I don't want it to get dried out. Sammy's surprise salmon pan in the oven. Sammy in the background. Oh, I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, I was having a bad day on this day.
Sammy was having a rough day yesterday, guys. Okay, 5-minute timer on. You're not a fan of basmati. Interesting. See, I really like when rice is like all separate kernels. I'm not a huge fan of when rice is mushy and sticky, unless it is coconut sticky rice with mango, because then that's way different. Yeah, everything was going well with the turkey cookie. It's just everything else that was going on during the day, not so good for Sammy. There was one point where I asked him if he wanted to start his day over. I felt bad for the guy. Okay, so let's put our rice onto medium heat. We'll go back over to the stovetop. Start toasting that up. Ba boys. How are you? Welcome. Sammy doesn't have those days very often, so I was a little bit surprised. Like, what is going on today? He was just having a day. What? Thank you so much, Cookie. 1,000 biddies plus 100 for Sammy to redo his day? Oh, because of September. Amazing. Nice, Bob Boys. Cooking while watching a cooking stream. Best way to do it. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on for September. I forgot that they included extra bits as well with Cheers. I'm excited to give this curry broth a try really soon here, guys. It's not gonna be long before we start putting our veggies into there. Get our water ready for our rice. Yeah, we have to use the Subway emote. Yes. Oh, you have to use that emote to get the extra bits. That's what you're telling me right now. Of course, right? Subway, eat fresh. Or you can make a curry. Hi, Dark Wolf. Great to see you. It's been a while. So many people popping in today. Oh, I was gifted a sub. Very generous. It could have either been Norge's store or Magic Cookie gifted subs the other day or Ondog the Chef. Those have been our gifters, or maybe Mad King Matt. Okay, rice has not toasted enough yet. Let's stir this up. I see our shrimp heads are already cooked. Okay, that's smelling quite nice, quite proper. Yeah, I was totally shocked that they had Subway partnering with them for September. And Subway apparently is gonna have their own Twitch channel. I was like, what? What is going on here? Norge has gifted you the sub. Nice, amazing. Well, welcome back, Dark. I hope you have been well. Oh no. That's our salmon timer. Nope, it still has to cook for another 5 minutes. We'll just keep doing our 5-minute increments. You don't want to overcook the salmon, that's for sure. Couple more seconds toasting our rice. You've been well hunting the last couple of days. Did you catch anything? I'm toasting the rice dry, but you can definitely add some sort of fat if you want. Butter, olive oil, it could be interesting. Coconut oil is definitely good. I've done that before. Okay, so now when we add our water, we really want it to sizzle a lot. That's good. And then we're gonna crank this up to like medium-high heat now and get it boiling really quick. This is also kind of the other interesting part of how I cook rice is you boil it instead of simmer it. So you want to bring that up to a boil as quick as possible. I think the lid for that pot's in here. It's in the dishwasher. Okay. Taste this. Mmm. Little piece of lemongrass, I think. I think I'm gonna add a couple more spoonfuls of the curry paste because it's just not quite potent enough, but the flavor is perfect. Get a little bit of ginger, kind of the sweetness from the onion, obviously the lemon flavor from the lemongrass, the cilantro in there. Really, really nice and fresh. I think it really makes a difference when you make your own paste and have all of the vegetables and herbs fresh like that. See, I knew there was a reason we left this out still. 4 squirrely roos? Little squirrels. We've seen actually a lot of dead squirrels on this side of the road lately. Roadkill. Our friend is really exciting because it's deer season here. I think starting this week until December. So he's going to be doing a lot of hunting. Maybe even mountain goat, he said. I was like, this is interesting. Yep, that's better. Not very much spice in there either. Squirrel is delicious meat. I believe it. I believe it. That's actually something that they would maybe eat in Thailand. I know it's not really squirrel, but more like little guinea pigs. Not till September 28th. Yeah, ours is this week. Okay, let's add, I think this broth is definitely missing a bunch of salt. That's gonna also draw more flavor out of it. Did like 3 good handfuls there just now. And then we also need to add more lime juice. But let me taste this once we have the salt mixed in. Okay, still more salt. But we haven't added any salt yet, so it's not actually that much. Kind of meal prepping today here, I guess. Pretty big portion happening. We will add the juice of another lime. Not before we check our salmon though. Baked salmon, tail piece. I think actually all of this is good. All of the white fat is coming out, so I'm just gonna let that sit for a sec, cool off so I can handle it. Oh, you haven't had a deer since 2016? That's a while. You have to get back into it then. I'm really excited to process venison this year. That's gonna be new for me, and we have, I don't know, made a deal with my friend that the deer that he catches will help him process it and make all sorts of different things. Because right now he just brings it to a buddy of his and they make like deer pepperoni. He's like, I am so bored of this. And we're like, oh, we can make like so many delicious things. So we can see by the ingredients that we've added to the curry that Thai food is definitely a balance of like sour, salty, and bitter and sweet. Like it's a balance of almost like all of your sensations on the palate or flavors on the palate. Okay, our rice is boiling. This is great. Okay, once we added that lime juice, perfect. £220, nice. You don't catch them, you shoot them. I am well aware of that. Okay, first vegetable going in is our winter squash. And actually, sorry, before we even do that, I think we should take our little shrimpy shells out of there. Just gonna take a little strainer to get them out. I actually really want to experience hunting at some point in my life. Hopefully with a bow as well. Stay. want to get rid of the shrimp shells, but not all the flavor of the curry. And especially not the chili peppers. Get off. Oh, I think I found 2 more and then we're good. One, 2. Get all this stuff off of there because that's all our flavor. Definitely making a mess today. Okay, so winter squash going in. We'll let that cook for maybe 5 minutes and then we'll put in our other vegetables and then our salmon. Nice, you use a crossbow. That's amazing. So Sam, my fiance, his dad is like the head of the archery club out in Ontario where they live. And I did a little bit of archery work with him when we visited a couple years ago, but not enough. It was really fun though. Nice. They open feral hogs. That's got to be good. Okay, guys, see how this rice is looking with all the little air pockets in the middle? That is what we want. That means that we're going to have really nice and fluffy rice. I started to crank up our broth pot as well. Get that simmering again with our veggies in it. And the rice is almost done. So I know it's done when there's no more liquid coming up through those little peepholes, let's call them, I don't know. Botanic Meg, thank you for the follow, welcome in. I think we are good on this rice. So I'm starting to hear it sizzle on the bottom of the pot. That's how I know it's time to take it off of the heat and just cover it. And then that will steam and fluff up. Curry is cranking, so that should be starting to simmer soon. And then I just have the baked salmon in front of me. We're just gonna start to flake it off while that's cooking. Yeah, that's like our friend as well, is he doesn't hunt for the trophies or the antlers. He hunts it for the meat. And that way, like, he tries to live off the land as much as possible. And it's great to know somebody like that because he can teach us some stuff too, since we've not lived out here for very long. Yeah, shoot the first thing that you see. A lot of patience when you hunt, totally. Patience, you gotta be quiet. I'm just breaking up the salmon into nice little bite-sized pieces. Something that will fit on to a spoon. This is our guideline. Okay, perfect. We have come up to a boil. Pretty rapid. Got down to medium. I don't think that squash is going to take very long to cook. It's quite buttery. Yeah, totally. Look at the backside of this salmon. Total perfection. Yeah, go hog hunting. See everything except a hog. That's the worst. The other piece. It's like a mirror almost. Look at the inside though. So it's literally just cooked. Which is perfect because when we're putting it into a hot broth, it's gonna cook the fish a little bit still because fish is so delicate. And then we also don't want to break up the salmon pieces too small because then you'll just have like salmon mush curry. And you'll be like, where's all this salmon? We're almost there, salmon.
Oh, these bugs.
Yeah, cute little shrimps. That's hilarious, Dark. All right, let's check how tender this squash is. Oh, he started up now?
He started. That's good.
Bobcats? You guys are catching bobcats? Oh, hunting for squash and we find more shrimp shells. We're still finding shrimps? Squash. What are you talking about? It's not even 7. Okay. Squash is cooked. All of the veggies are going into the pot. Eggplant, cabbage, and like a zucchini type of squash. Hopefully everything fits. I think just also the cabbage is going to start to wilt pretty quickly. So that'll give us room to put our salmon. You have a partridge? Go get it, Sammy. Nice. He's loving it. Go feed him. Go get the partridge, Sammy. Sammy's hunting in the backyard right now, guys. I am so excited for this Greek. So excited. Now that we added vegetables, I think we'll still need a little bit more salt again. That's how it sounds?
Yeah.
I love it. I want a partridge in the backyard forever. It's super cute. Is the hummingbird fighting it? Guys, the hummingbird is fighting the partridge. Who will win?
Deadpool was like chirping him out. Oh shit.
Like a chukar? What's a
Deadpool was
chukar?
chirping him out, and then this guy's like, "Brr, brr," and Deadpool's like,
Yeah, hummingbird that we have named Deadpool because he has a red mask. So as soon as the vegetables start to wilt a little bit, I'll give the broth another taste and then we can put our salmon in and we are ready to plate up. Hummingbirds are very territorial. And yeah, Deadpool was like our first ever hummingbird that we fed. So this is like his yard, is he will chase away all other birds. He doesn't care how big they are. Like the robins, he will fight them.
"Yep." He'll fight robins.
Chukar is a type of partridge. He's got like a little feather thing going off of his head. Okay, getting our bowl out. That's a quail? Sam says that's what it is. It was definitely a quail then.
They taste like partridge.
Yeah, those are good to eat. I've had grilled quail and that's delicious. Okay, we're bubbling. That was a pretty good sized quail, I would say. Okay, one more taste of the broth. See if we feel like we need to add anything. I think that's delicious, guys. Pickled quail eggs, I like that. I've seen those done with like beet juice in it, and then the outside of the egg is like a beautiful pink or purple. Okay, so our little couple of shrimps. Let's add those. And then all of our salmon, and I'm just gonna turn this off now. We made it. We made it. All of the salmon ready to go in. Not very many dishes to make this either. A few, but there have been worse nights, that's for sure. I'm not gonna mix this in too much because the salmon is really, really soft. So rice, curry. Look at our rice, nice and fluffed up. Commentator, how are you? Perfect timing. We're just about to plate up the salmon green curry. Let's get in here. Starting with our rice. I am a trained chef. I graduated culinary school in 2011, I believe. December 2011, and then I've been working in restaurants ever since then. I've worked in basically 8 different restaurants in 8 years, and then at some points I was working in 2 restaurants at one time. So yeah, professionally trained, love cooking, I don't know why, just fell in love with it. Sprinkle some cannabis garnishing, yeah, even though that would be a little bit of a waste, because nothing really would happen. Quails actually belong to the pheasant family, yes. Gotta love those Google fun facts. So I've worked the line. I've worked the line, commentator. You can say that. Let's get some of this sauce on here. We didn't work our butt off on this broth to just have it sit in the pot. This is definitely one of my better green curries. Yum. I don't like mine super saucy with the rice, so I usually kind of add the sauce as I eat it. My specialty, honestly, Greek Hoffen, I have become really good at baking and cooking vegetables. Like I am good at cooking meat still, but for some reason I'm just really awesome at cooking vegetables, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, don't have a degree, just walk into the kitchen, give them hell. I like that. Okay, quick photo time. Yeah, Sam is really good at cooking meats, whereas I'm really good at cooking vegetables, so that's why we're a great pair in the kitchen. Maybe I'll put a touch more sauce in here because photo. All right, we're ready. Then we're gonna taste. The steam in the photo. It's like, oh, why is the photo blurry? Because it's still steaming hot. All right. Gravy and mashed potatoes. Yes. Okay. Spoon. Yeah, Sam, professional WoW player. Oh, that's amazing, Greek. Yeah. Yeah, I did a little stint when I lived in Vancouver. I was kind of forced into the pastry chef role, and I just went with it, and I ended up being like really good at it. Okay. I'm gonna let this cool off a little bit before I taste it. So Sam actually has a full set of those shun knives that he was actually given a set of knives from one of his restaurant jobs when he was also chefing it up. I think that was one of his earlier days chefing. But yeah, he is like the full set of shuns. Mine are all kind of mismatched. Bye, Dark. Thanks for hanging out. It was good to see you again. Good luck with hunting and everything, and stay safe. He needs the Guy Fieri ones. What is that? Guy Fieri makes knives? Salmon is super good. It's not too dry. I love how the eggplant just soaks up the green curry broth. Because then you bite into it and your mouth just like fills with the broth. It's awesome. Super light as well. Like I didn't put as much coconut milk that you typically would, as I put a little bit of broth, like vegetable broth instead to lighten it up. Really awesome. Ooze's knife. I worked at and helped open Big Rock Brewery. It was called Big Rock Urban Eatery. And then while we were living in Vancouver and waiting for the restaurant to open and kind of doing like half days there as the opening team, we worked at a restaurant in Gastown called Irish Times, or not Irish Times, some kind of Irish pub that we knew someone there. We also worked for a really big catering company called The Lazy Gourmet. Really, really fun job. That was like our last job before we left. We worked there through Christmas season when it was super, super busy. They needed a lot of help. Flew by. Commentator, yeah, you gotta sell the dish. Even if it's not good, just make the sounds. Be like, oh, yes, the shrimp is just perfect. That time was not on purpose. We're getting some good hits of the lemongrass and ginger and lime for sure, right off the start. Do I know a guy whose name is Sam Payne or Kim Payne? I feel like I've heard of those names, but I don't know who that is. The portion's enough for a small baby. Yeah, not you, Nodari. Yeah, pubs are disappearing, sad to say. We made some pretty freaking awesome food at the brew pub when we opened it. And then for some reason, the owners brought in a consultant company that basically just ruined everything. But we're not gonna get into that. Oh, Parkside Brewery. I do not know them. Do you know them, Greek? He worked with Red Racer. Amazing. There are so many different breweries out here. Okay, I am looking for who we're gonna go raid, guys. We're getting ready. Should we do it? Should we do Tabatai? Or do we do Chef de Partie? What are we feeling? Oh yeah, Sammy. We're going for Sammy. Yes, let's do it. He was a friend. That's really cool. What, Sammy? Okay, he says he's good. We can do it. Dog. The chef. Okay, we're going in, guys. I'm gonna have one more bite of this before we head off.
This is kind of ladle.
Oh, I don't know. Oh. I'm getting in heck right now. Hopefully, Dust, I don't know if you read that article that I linked in chat for you, but hopefully this has inspired you guys to maybe cook or learn more about Thai food, because it's really pretty simple to make. There's not a ton of ingredients involved, and the flavors are just very clean, and they really do a good job at warming you up. As you can see, I have rosy cheeks. So this was perfect for me because I got a little bit chilled. The weather is going down. Yeah, I can post it in Discord as well. Yeah, Sammy's just flying along. Yes, Nike. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Mild curry and coconut rice if you're not putting any coconut milk in the curry.
That's extremely hot, but extremely tasty.
Super yum. Okay.
So good.
I just want to say a quick thank you to the Real Magic Cookie for giving some biddies for the wine and bar rack for our kitchen little upgrade. Thank you for the resub today from Strike None and all of the new followers, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night or day wherever you are. And we won't be back streaming until Wednesday this week. We're going to do Wednesday, Thursday. And on the menu is on Wednesday, we are doing a seared pork shoulder steak with wild mushroom sauce. We're gonna use up the lobster mushroom that we picked. And then we're gonna make emu egg spatzel or spätzle and do some veggies with that. So kind of more of a German meal. Sammy was very excited about this. And then Thursday, we're doing a Moroccan chicken tagine, which should be amazing. Okay, that's what's coming up in the week. Have a wonderful day, guys. Love you all.